What's up, guys? This is Malcolm. You're on Malcolm Talks. We back at it again, man. We back at it again, bro. It don't stop. You know that already. Every day you wake up is a new day. It's just like a calculator. The numbers just keep adding on top of each other. You want to build up a nice momentum. I want to go ahead and talk about just something that was on my mind this morning, man. And this is a pretty deep concept that I want to talk to you guys about. And it's just a simple question. Do you love yourself? I want you to really let that sink in, man. Do you love yourself? Think about it. I know we love other people. But do you love yourself? And this is something I had to really kind of ask myself. Because I'm like, I mean, people talk about it all the time. You hear people say it all the time. You know, you got to love yourself. You know, it's this love for self is the most important thing. But really think about it. Like, do you really, though? Like, I know I love my son, right? My son is 5 years old. I'd do anything for him. Well, he'll be 5 in June. I know I love him. I know I love my wife. I know I love my mom and my dad. I know I love my family. But do I love myself? I mean, my first answer is yes. I do love myself. But it's kind of hard to think about it in that way. It's like, I don't hate myself. Maybe that's the best way to put it. You know, I get up, I brush my teeth, I wash my behind. I try to eat decent food. I guess I love myself. I mean, right? But do I really love myself? And one way I think it's a good way to kind of gauge whether or not you love yourself is, do you do things to yourself that would harm yourself? Because when you love somebody else, you're not going to do anything to them that's going to harm them. So then I start thinking about that. I'm like, well, if I'm staying up late drinking, hanging out with my friends too late at night, and I'm not getting enough sleep, and I'm coming to work early in the next morning and I'm tired, I got a headache, that's not something I would advise somebody that I love to do, right? I'm not gonna advise my son, hey, look, yeah, go out there, man, have a good time. You know, go out there, drink alcohol. You know, smoke weed with your friends or whatever. Stay up late. You're gonna wake up with a hangover and a headache the next morning, but go right ahead, man. Enjoy life. No, I'm not gonna. That's not something that I'm going to advise from my son to do. So why would I do that? Why would I do it? If I love myself now, why would I do that? I'm not saying I do that now, but oh yeah, you look back at the history book of Malcolm, and you'll see some things that you're gonna be like, damn, he didn't look like he loved himself. Not based off the things he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you put yourself in risky situations if you loved yourself? No, you wouldn't. Would you eat 2 cheeseburgers and a chili cheese fry and a big tall Coca-Cola every day, knowing what that's doing to your body and how it's clogging up your arteries? Would you advise your child to do that? No. Does that mean you don't love yourself? To a certain degree, yeah. If you're living your life in such a way that it's not benefiting you, if you're living your life in a way where you wouldn't advise somebody you love to live that way, if somebody had a camera, a video camera, and recorded your whole life, everything you do, even when the lights go out, even the things that people can't see, if they recorded that, would you show that to your loved one and say, hey, I want you to emulate this? Because if you're not setting that type of an example with your own life, to me, that means you can't possibly love yourself as much as you do other people. Now, you might still love yourself, but I think a lot of love, real love, is actually pointing outward. It's pointing outward.